Good morning, everyone. It's Mike, and I'm here at the soybean hives. It's May the 28th, Saturday. Temperature's about 61, 62 degrees right now. There's some activity here at the entrance. The time is about 8:45. So I'm here to take a look at the hives today and check on the progress of the honey in each of the hives, and just give a report back to the Beekeeping Association. So I'll bring you along. That hive's got a lot more activity coming and going. This has got activity on the board, but not too many bees coming and going. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, as I said, I was asked to take a look at the hive today. We're going to start with hive 1 here. There are a few bees up here on the inner cover. I've got my smoker lit. I'm not going to use it unless I have to. Here's a look at the bees on the inner cover here. Not seeing the queen up here. I'm going to get the feeder out first. Got some wonky comb in this one. This first frame, they're starting to draw it out. It's a plastic frame. They're not drawing this side too much. Got this second frame, got the wonky comb on it. We've got some capped honey, as you can see here on this side. We've got queen cells. We've got a couple open ones, and we've got a capped queen cell. So I don't know if they've swarmed. More than likely they have. I'm going to cut this wonky comb off. Girls are really calm this morning. If I can lay this down here and get that other side, it's the worst. They're building up off of that plastic frame. There's really nothing in this comb as of yet. So I'm not seeing any eggs. I'm gonna give them a little smoke to move them. Come from this other angle here. That's just drawn off of the, I'm not going to cut that off because it is drawn off. There's another queen cell. And it's capped. See it there? And there's the queen cell that's on the other side that's still capped. There's some chewed out cells, but there's still one cap. So well, the smoke has riled them up. Now let's get through the rest of these frames real quick here. See what we got. Oh, that one's heavy. There's the, look at that frame. It's got capped honey around the outside edges and nectar in the center. And they've got it drawn out into the other frames, so here's another foundation frame. They haven't really drawn anything on it. On that side, this side's a little drawn. This next one's really drawn out past the frame into the other frame next to it. I have to move these over. Holy cow. That one's heavy too. Holy cow. It's got capped honey around the top on both sides. And as you can see, it's drawn out way past the frame. This next frame has a little drawn comb on it. It's got some burr comb I'm going to clean off here. It's got very little comb on it. This frame has got comb on this side, drawn a little bit, as you can see. And there's a little up in this area here. Kind of a heart-shaped pattern. And this last frame is not drawn hardly at all. So I'm going to put this back together. I don't think I'm going to go down into the brood nest today. We know that there's queen cells in here, so they're more than likely queenless. I'm going to try to get these frames as close together as I can, but the way they got these things drawn out, it's going to be difficult. Let's see if this feeder will go back down in there. Put the inner cover back on. All in all, they're pretty calm. Come on. And we're going to call it good. I'm going to shut the video off until I get ready to video the next one. Okay, we're getting ready to do hive number 2 here. Got to get some gloves back on. There's not as many bees up here on the lid as the first hive had. Okay. quite a few on the inner side of that. A little bit of burr comb, nothing major. No sign of the queen. This is the hive that we're doing the experiment on the pre-waxed, the rolled on wax, and then the rubbed on wax. So we'll see how it's going. This first frame is a pre-waxed, and there's no drawing on that, nothing drawn on that yet. And this second frame is a pre-waxed. Nothing drawn on it either. We spaced these out the last time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we only put 9 frames in this, so I'm gonna try to do the spacing the same. This one's kind of stuck to the one next to it, and we got some wonky comb on it, and it's a pre-waxed. As you can see, there's some wonky comb there. I'm going to cut it down. I'm not going to take it completely off. They got some nectar stored in it. We probably should have put them together until they've drawn them out, because this is drawn off of the frame. So I think when I put them back together, I will put them closer together. I don't have another frame though to put in here. Well, maybe not. So maybe I won't. This one, the wax is rolled onto it, and they're drawing it just fine. There's the first side, and there's the second side. There's some honey, I mean not honey, but nectar in this frame, but nothing is capped yet. We're planning on doing an extraction demonstration at the next meeting, and they asked me to see if there was any capped honey in these frames. So I'm going to check them all. Get this burr comb off here. Put her back in. Okay, this next one is a wax rolled on, and they're drawing it fine, and there's larvae in it. So the queen's up in this frame. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's open larvae. I better check for her, make sure she's not on this frame. I don't remember if she's marked or not. I think we marked them, but I'm not sure of that. I don't remember. I guess we didn't put a queen excluder on here, so these are a little more agitated, I guess because of the brood up here. I'm not going to bring this frame over. It's got a little pollen in it. I don't see any larvae. There's nectar across the top, but it's not capped yet. And I don't see any larvae on this side. There's some pollen and nectar in it. But it's just basically across the top half of the, or quarter of the frame, third of the frame, whatever. So, where the bees are. Well, piece of wonky comb or fur comb. Get this off of here. See if I can see the queen on here. I do not. Ah, yeah, that's not good. Let go. Yeah, these are much more defensive. Now let me get my smoke. This next frame has got pollen, a little nectar on that side, a little bit of pollen on this side. They're just now starting to draw out that second side. And now they're roaring. Oh, by the way, that last one was a rolled on frame. This is a rubbed, no, this is a pre-wax, I'm sorry. And they're not drawing this out at all yet. And then the last one is a pre-waxed, and they haven't drawn that out yet. So they're drawing out the center. The queen's been up here, laid some eggs. We've got larvae up here. I'm going to space these back out because I don't have another frame to put in here for the space, and I don't want them drawn off the lid. But as I said, these were much more defensive. I got one sting in the hand earlier, as you've seen. So see if I can space these out. Might see if I can get a smoke is getting to me. Get another frame from Gail and see if I can put it in here so that we don't get a bigger mess than we've got. So, okay, get this burr comb and stuff off the lid that I've been putting over here. Put the lid back, the inner cover back on. That's calming them down. broke these a little bit to get them out for the edge. No, that's not working. I'll just have to ease it down on there. And as I said when we first got here, this one had a lot more activity at the entrance. So I'm going to close this video out and I'll post it on the website. And we'll see you at the meeting. So I did decide to just pop the top box off of this first hive, number 1, and see what kind of bee coverage we have down in the lower box. Looks like we've got about 7, maybe 8 frames of coverage. So here's a look at the underside of the top box. I'm going to go ahead and pull the super off the other one like this and take a look down in it too. I'll be back. Well, I popped the top on that number 2 hive. It's a lot more defensive. I got 3 stings from it, so I didn't get any video what it looked like. It looked like it had at least 8, maybe 9 frames of coverage, but I don't know why, but they're really defensive this morning. So that'll be all. I'll see you at the meeting.